because I think part of the problem with the end time speculation is it's all negative. It's all like, oh, the world's about to end, everything's going to go to pot, and the Antichrist is coming, and the Antichrist system is coming, and it's all going to hell in a handbasket. And I'm really tired of all that. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's all going to hell in a handbasket. I think we may have some bad times. We may have some reckonings, but I think humanity is going to move forward like it always has. And I think in 500 years, we might be in a better place than we are now, just like we're in a better place now than we probably were 500 years ago. So I want to end positive. Well, if you're familiar at all with the book of Revelation, which most people aren't, kind of the climax of the book, right before the climax, is Revelation 17. Suddenly this great whore of Babylon appears. John is taken into the wilderness, and he looks up, and there in the sky or in the mountain or whatever is the whore of Babylon, and she's on the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns, which is Rome. And on her forehead it says, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. And and she's full of blasphemies and filth. And John is enamored by her. It says he wondered with great wonder. And if you follow the story structure of the commentary, which I worked very hard on, that's kind of the ultimate thing. Him wondering and kind of almost like he's being seduced by the harlot. That's kind of the final straw where God's like, nah, or Christ is like, no, I'm not going to let you seduce my boy, who sort of represents God's people. And at that point, the harlot gets slain. So the nations kind of rise up and destroy the harlot. So Rome, this is symbolic of Rome destroying Israel. The harlot is Israel. It's the beast is Rome. Some people think the harlot is Rome, but throughout the Bible, Israel's falling away from sin has always been symbolized with harlotry. So the harlot gets destroyed, and out of the ruins of the destruction of the harlot, which is the destruction of Jerusalem, out of that rises up the bride of Christ. So the last 4 chapters of the book are about the bride of Christ. And, foundations with 12 different gemstones and, phenomenal light and rainbows and prisms and, pristine glass and all these things. It's just wonderful, beautiful, celestial city kind of a thing. And 4 chapters of incredible descriptions, but it talks about how the nations come into the New Jerusalem city and the kings of the earth bring their glory into it. And so what the New Jerusalem really is symbolizing is Christ, who says, go into all the world and make disciples of the nations, baptizing them, teaching anything I've commanded you to do. It's the Great Commission being fulfilled. Psalm 2:8 says, the Father says, ask of me to the Son, and I'll give you the nations as your inheritance. Well, this is Christ's inheritance. And so while John was wondering with great wonder at the harlot, God delivers him of that and allows him to wonder with great wonder at the New Jerusalem and actually be a part of the New Jerusalem. So all that to say, we need to be meditating on positive things. And I think there's a temptation, just being human, not just weirdo dispensational Christians, but just being human, there's a tendency to dwell on the negative. Ain't it awful? It's so awful. Everything's so damn awful. And that's all going to hell. It's getting worse and worse. And oh yeah, look what they're doing now. Oh, yeah. Joe Biden. It's just that this is where everybody it tends to fall without correction. But I think the Bible wants to correct us. Paul says, meditate on the things that are true and right and good. And in the book of Revelation, it's saying, don't wonder with great wonder like John did in Revelation 17. Don't wonder with great wonder at the harlot who's full of blasphemies and filth, and she's basically drinking her own menstrual blood. You have to read the book to get all the details. I mean, it's all bad, but we get all into it, just like watching horror movies and people who like to get into all the yucky negative stuff. No, meditate on the good and also believe in the positive, and believe that the nations are going to be continually converted by Christ, and that Christ is going to receive his inheritance. So let's be positive and not negative.